Let's talk about what everybody's doing using 40x leverage. Okay, if I'm going to play in this game, I'm going to use some of the quant skills and learnings I've had through backtesting, etc., building bots live in production. I've got experience now. It's not the most in the world, of course not. Jim Simons, you just heard from me. He ran up a bag of 31 billion. I've got a long ways to go, but there's some ideas I have for this time coming back into the hand trading world. If I'm going to trade like a degen, I'm going to use bumpers. People will laugh at me because I'm at the bowling alley with bumpers, but it's okay. I'm just trying to figure out the biggest problem in crypto. And the biggest problem is, okay, you'll do this, you'll do that, you'll farm, you'll trade memes, you'll take some perp trades, but at the end of the day, you're going to end up using max leverage and liquidated, losing everything. That's the biggest problem in crypto right now. And if I'm showing how to automate your trading, there's a huge barrier to that. I've been assuming that everybody will just go learn how to code like Moondev did, but it's a big feat. So I'm just building my bumpers here, and that's the quant app, just putting bumpers on my trading. So there's some things that it does. So first off, you've got the front and center board. This uses proprietary data. It's not proprietary, but it's very hard to get. You have to have a Hyperliquid node. I have a Hyperliquid node. I've launched the API. You can read about that node. It's at moondev.com/docs. moondev.com/docs. It has all of the data you could ever imagine from Hyperliquid directly. You can't get it faster anywhere else. You use the API, you're cooked. I already learned. I had to get everybody's positions. I wanted to see everybody's positions in the market. Because my thesis here is everybody that uses 40x leverage gets liquidated. So if everybody that uses 40x leverage gets liquidated, then if I'm going to use 40x leverage, I'm going to get liquidated. So instead of just trying to predict price, what I've been doing is just buying and selling people's liquidations. So instead of saying, hey, I think price is going to go up because X, Y, or Z, now I'm saying, hey, you smart guy over there thought price was going to go up. You thought price was going to go up when it was over here. You made $1 million bet price would go up here. Okay, let me take your bet, but let me take it once you get liquidated. So that's why I'm looking at everybody's positions. Now, there's all types of strategies you can run with this liquidation data. I can't tell you a strategy. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is plug and play. If you think that you can just download this app and make a bunch of money, you're going to get smoked. Absolutely. But I can tell you like what's in my brain and how I use this data. Again, this data is through my API, and I have a node running right here that I'm working on every single day, making it better and better. I'm making Hyperliquid's data layer because it's powering my app, quant app. I'm trading like a degen again because everybody is using 40x leverage. It's kind of fun. It's very stressful though. So I have to have these bumpers. So instead of trying to predict price, if it's going to go up or down, I'm not doing that anymore. I just click here and say, hey, I want to buy his liquidation. I want to add to my position when he gets liquidated. And boom, I add it. These are just pre-filled settings here you can play around with. I'll go through them later. But for now, I just want to explain this part because I think this right here is just a totally different approach than most people take. Most people predict price and they want to be right. I don't care about being right. I just want to live. I want to be able to live as long as possible here in this 40x land. I don't know about you, but when I used to be a 40x hand trader, I wouldn't last in the markets. My bag, whatever I threw at the thing, it wouldn't last more than 2 to 3 days max. And those 2 to 3 days, I was staring at the screen all day, neglecting friends, neglecting family, neglecting your pets, dude. Come on. It's an awful life staring at these charts, just trying to predict price. So I'm building an app that not only is going to help me enter when other people get liquidated, I can also enter when like 11 million get liquidated in 4 hours. I can set all that up in actions here. A bunch of actions here. You could say, hey, when there's long liquidations of 3 million, that's when I'll buy, because I know from past experience that I usually am wrong. So instead of buying along right here when I think it's time to trade, Okay, yeah, it's 9:30, time to trade. Let me take a long right here. But instead of doing that, I'm still probably going to be wrong. I know I'm going to be wrong here, but at least if I take somebody else's long after they were forced to sell it, it's going to be a better entry. You could see this could be a win, could be a loss. So it's not going to make you automatically a profitable trader. It's just helping you make decisions better, essentially. So if you want to be short, well, I would rather take somebody short when they get liquidated. So if I wanted to be short, say here, I would actually click one of these big liquidations here and say, I want to be short when he gets liquidated. And then just schedule that. You can see I have a couple scheduled here. So I have a scheduled short and I have a scheduled long. It entered a position a little bit earlier and it entered it at the bottom here, like around this area, because I had the thesis I will go long or short as long as it's a huge liquidation and somebody's giving up a position that they don't want to give up. Why? Because I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed and I'm not going to pretend like I can predict price. I can't predict price. I have the proof. I have the proof, dude. I can't just sit here and predict